Hey everybody. I got this book called Prayers and Promises for Men. Now I got it as a gift for a guy back in 2021, but some reason it's like we can never meet up again for me to give him the book. Anyway, I decided I wanted to record because it has like different little inspirational quotes and everything. And it's about 1 or 2 pages of, like, it has the word anxiety, explains some things about that, assurance, belief, blessings. And each topic, basically, they have like a couple of pages. And then they go on to the next topic. That's basically like I don't like to read too often because I have a short attention span. So it's like I have ADHD in the reading department. It might be called something else, but and I'm also a slow reader. I'm not gonna get stuck and ponder on something. All right, but anyway, at the end, like, it starts off with change. It gives you some scriptures. It gives you a summary, and then it asks a question. So it started with change, and then it says, how do you handle change? And I was thinking to myself that me and fear get into a fight a lot when it comes to change. Like, that's one of the few times in life where fear kind of tries to overtake me when it comes to change. I'm not big on change. Now, the next page says comfort. And then, it gives some scriptures. May our Lord Jesus Christ himself and God our Father, who loved us and by his grace gave us eternal comfort and a wonderful hope, comfort you and strengthen you. And a couple of other scriptures, I don't know. I was thinking about just reading the whole thing little by little, or maybe all at once. I don't know. But anyway, then it asks, do you feel the comforting presence of God today? The next page is confidence. I can do everything through Christ who strengthens me. And then it asks, how do you find your confidence in God? You see. And so these are the things, like, that's an important question right there. How do you find your confidence in God? Then, a few pages up, delight. My God, I want to do what you want. Your teachings are in my heart. And that's the book of Psalm, chapter 40. So after that, it asks, how do you realize God's incredible delight? And, like, for me, the short answer would be, like, when I see babies, something about newborns, they just seem so fresh from God, and then, of course, like certain animals, butterflies, insects, you know what I'm saying? Certain things, you know. Then it asks, can you ask God for deliverance from your fears? And then, like, for depression, it says, you, O Lord, are a shield about me, my glory, and the lifter of my head. And that's Psalm 3:3. And then it says, can you sense God's comfort and joy in the middle of your sadness? Like, sometimes I get sad or I get overwhelmed, usually, by human behavior. It's how people behave that can weigh heavy on me. That's why, I'm not saying like the man I love and my children, but I mean, like, just like being on the party scene and hanging out, on a regular basis. There's a time and a place for that kind of stuff, but it's not really my thing on a regular because, like, human behavior, like, a lot of things disappoint me, and not just that, but sometimes other people's sadness, I help them, carry that. I feel that with them deeply, you know. And, then there's my own, failures for myself. Like, some things I've excelled in and some things I'm failing in. You see, like me as a person. And that can make me sad, like, eventually I'll overcome it too. There's been other battles throughout my life. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys out there, you all are going through your own battles off and on. Good times, bad times come in seasons. But when I'm like reading the New Testament and stuff, right? I see a lot that they really tried to get Jesus quite a few times before they actually the appointed time in that garden when Judas kissed him on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? They really tried to get him several times before that. So the fact that Jesus lived a sinless life, apparent. I mean, it really won't easy. It was easy for him to do it in his will, but the people on the outside did their best to make the path hard. If you can feel me with that, you know what I'm saying? Everything he did. Look who you hanging out with. And Jesus was like, hey, I came to save the sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you already well, you don't need me. In other words, you already right with God. And you saying you don't need me. But anyway, all right, y'all.